Hi, I'm William Boardman. I'd like to share with you today what I learned from Barry Moniak. Barry Moniak was the keynote speaker at a Toastmaster training today. Barry is a business consultant and he is also a ski coach. I believe he also is a karate or martial arts instructor. And Barry talked to us about fear. And there were several points that he made that I thought were worth sharing. Number one was you can either run from fear or make friends with fear. And he talked about being on the ski slope, that you can either freeze up and be stuck there, something that actually happened to him, or you can learn to embrace fear and go with it. He talked about when you're working with people that you should leave them better than when you found them. And this happens to go along the lines of the type of person that Barry is. Number three was to overcome proclivities, do one turn and stop. In skiing, you might have someone who thinks that they're really good and then discovers that they're not. What do you do with them? Take them back and let's do one turn and stop. One turn and stop. They get really good at it. They get bored with it. They're just going out of their mind because it's so boring. That's when it's time to move to the next step. This was an interesting one. Number four, instincts and intuitions. That's mind working with body, just mind and body. Emotions are not actually a part of the equation, and I got a moment to talk to him after his speech and kind of get a little bit more information on what he was discussing there. And he's saying that the mind and the body both work with emotions, and if your mind and body are healthy and you are using them and working with them, that you will have healthy emotions as well. But you should be in tune to your instincts and your intuitions, and as you work with your mind and body, you become more in tune with each of those. Number five, opening the kimono. And this might sound just a little bit weird, but I think what this means is showing your vulnerability. I think there was a question somebody asked about getting people to identify what their fear is. And he said that you should open up your kimono, open up about yourself before asking another person to open up about their fears. Here's what I learned, here's what I know, and kind of let them know that you've shown your vulnerability and it's safe for them to share their vulnerability as well. So the summary of his message was to face fear, to embrace fear, and to make friends with fear. That was what I learned from Barry Moniak at a Toastmasters keynote, a keynote at a Toastmasters